welcome back to my channel. My name is Marisha and I love helping ambitious men and women get unstuck through self-awareness and mindset shifts so they can live a life in purpose. Okay, our topic today is that if you're feeling lost in your career, you're maybe ignoring this part of yourself. And this part is just having self-awareness, right? When did the shift started and what does it look like when you begin to feel lost? That happens, right? You get lost in your career. I remember I got lost in my own career when I was teaching second year, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? You know what I mean? You have to really check within yourself again. Like, things happen around you, maybe life, in your career, things around you, your mind starts to change when you get around different people or just experience different things, and your mind starts to shift. Sometimes you don't even realize it. And then you get back to work, or you're in work, and just suddenly one day it's like, what am I doing here? Well, what do you do when you have that moment? You have to gain self-awareness, right? You have to just tap in with yourself, check in, right? Self-reflect, think about where you are right now. You know how you always ask people when you see them and you haven't seen them in a while, and you're like, hey, how you doing? How you been? What's going on? How's things going? Do the same thing with yourself. You become way more self-aware as you get older, as you start to experience more and things start to, change. It becomes so normal. And you begin even talking to yourself like me. Seriously. But I always check in by self-talking. I think that's so important for me specifically because I love to talk, but talking to myself and out loud so I can really get some clarity is just so important for me. So figure out what works for you. But I will say check in with yourself all the time. Just like I always say, journaling is so important. It's the same thing as checking in, right? But self-talk, do what you got to do, right? Just sit in a space where it's just you and God, right? And you're just in solitude, and it's quiet, and tap in and ask yourself, what am I doing here? When you get that lost feeling in your career, what am I doing here? Why am I feeling lost? What would I rather be doing right now? What do I need to do right now that I haven't been doing that makes me feel off or lost? Check in with yourself, okay? Because a lot of times we're just going through life and we're just allowing things to just just allowing things to be, and we're not truly checking in. And for all of the people who have bad communication skills, I believe that when you're not communicating with other people, you're not really communicating with yourself. You're not checking in with yourself, okay? And so when you're checking in with yourself, you want to communicate with other people, because then you realize, like, I prefer to know. I need to know. I need to get some clarity, right? And you might not get clarity on every single thing in your life, but it's important when it comes to checking in with yourself so you can communicate better with yourself and the people around you, and purposely, intentionally, And so it's so important. What are you feeling? Right? How am I feeling right now? When did the change happen when I was feeling lost and confused? And what do I want to see for myself moving forward? What has shifted inside of me that I now may want to explore something else, right? Check in. I saw an episode with Emma Greed, and I saw she was interviewing Tracy Ellis Ross, and I remember I watched the entire interview, and she said to Tracy said, you do not want to go through your life asleep, okay? You're asleep if you're not checking in with yourself. You're asleep if you're not being aimful about where you want to go and what you want to do and how you want to show up in the world. Guys, I hope you like this topic, and if you do, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, I will see you in the next video, okay? Have a great day. Bye.